In a world where design thinking is the only way to think. Excuse me, sorry. This is a presentation on team-based design thinking. Sit back and enjoy the show. Design thinking can be defined as a human-centered approach to innovation that draws from the designer's toolkit to integrate the needs of people, the possibilities of technology, and the requirements for business success. Design thinking and the product design process are a crucial part of how innovations go from being just an idea in your head to a product on the shelf. The design thinking process can be broken into 3 steps: inspiration, ideation, and implementation. Inspiration is where problems are identified, people are observed, limitations are addressed, and viewpoints are analyzed in order to develop a wide base for maintaining creativity throughout the other steps. The next step, ideation, is all about brainstorming with the ideas that resulted from the inspiration stage. Ideation involves drawing sketches, mapping out scenarios, telling stories, and creating and testing prototypes so that an idea can become tangible. Last, implementation is where the finishing touches are made on a product and it is refined to become pleasing and marketable. Although these steps are listed in succession, they often do not happen linearly. Oftentimes, revisiting steps is necessary to generate the best results.
Although design thinking is very much about the process just described, it is just as much about how a team applies it. Without an effective team to implement the process, it becomes useless. Therefore, we will be delving into the ins and outs of how a company utilizes this process. Almost any company that has products on the market has used the design thinking process. Some that utilize this process heavily are Apple, Adobe, Braun, BMW, and IDEO. We will be focusing specifically on what the design process at IDEO looks like and how they go about implementing it.
IDEO is a design company based in Palo Alto, California that creates products, services, spaces, and experiences for other companies such as Procter & Gamble, Pepsi-Cola, and Samsung, just to name a few. Their goal is to help build cultures of innovation, all the while using the design process to achieve this goal. They choose to specialize in this process in order to solve a wide variety of problems they receive. IDEO has helped the innovation of many standard products on the market today, like the first Apple mouse. Oops, wrong picture. There we go. In the 80s, IDEO created the Apple's first mouse after Apple approached IDEO in efforts to develop a mouse that was less expensive and more durable than what had been released prior to 1980. IDEO also created the Oral-B Gripper toothbrush, which aims to make brushing teeth easier and more desirable for kids. In addition, IDEO has created the smartphone charging handbag, re-envisioned the Swiffer sweeper, and generated a new branding strategy for North Face in China. IDEO is an educationally and technically diverse group. They are comprised of individuals with backgrounds in language, psychology, biology, architecture, anthropology, marketing, journalism, and many more. Implementing the design process effectively requires a team that can develop ideas from multiple backgrounds. Therefore, having a diverse team is crucial. IDEO stresses that a team looks for talent wherever it can find it, and that it should not narrow itself to just designers or engineers.
IDEO employees exhibit a number of traits that are beneficial for the design process. They have the ability to empathize and apply integrative thinking. They are optimistic and thrive with experimentation and collaboration. Designers must be able to see the world from many angles and be positive no matter the constraints. They must also possess the ability to ask quality questions and work alongside those from very different backgrounds. IDEO ensures that collaboration is maximized in a number of ways. First, they select an environment that is conducive for collaboration, one where ideas can flow freely. IDEO also stresses to never bring ideas down, but rather to encourage wild ideas. They also emphasize to remain focused on the task at hand. Teams must realize that the design process is much better applied when many minds are working on it over one. Collaboration is the fuel that makes the design process run smoothly.
IDEO's team structure is very unique. They don't really have one. Although they have a project leader, the rest of the group is on a level playing field. This allows the group to consider everyone's ideas as equally valid. Because of the different backgrounds of the group members, it is likely that one member will have more experience than the other on a specific issue. Therefore, it is important that at any time anyone has the chance to give equally regarded input. Although a hierarchical structure is common in many other workplace environments, the design process thrives in a more equal input setting. IDEO ensures that they meet human needs by observing them doing activities that involve the current problem they are dealing with. It is important to get a first-hand experience in order to fully understand how to satisfy the target market. It is also important to contact and discuss with experts in the field you are researching. Since the design process involves creating products for humans, it makes sense that going to the source is the best way to perfect a product. With their innovative and critically acclaimed designs, IDEO has established themselves as a forerunner in product design. IDEO has paved the way for how teams should think about design. They even have a set of instructional cards called method cards that teach companies how to implement the design process like IDEO. With these method cards, it's clear that IDEO is designing the designers of tomorrow. And as Dr. Stearns would say, ooh, that's a gold star comment. ooh, that's a gold star comment.